I don't know if I can keep doing this because I've bitten off more than I can chew. Hey, I'm Sam, and welcome to week 2 of my 6 weeks challenge to create not one, but 2 profitable digital products. Okay, it has been a rough week. It has been rough, I'm telling you. So last week, I started a challenge to launch not one, but 2 digital products successfully. Oh, heavens. And this is not just creating some generic products, like stuff that 1,000 people have created already, or there are iterations of exactly the same thing out there. Well, not quite. I mean, it's me. I'm Sam, the creator.
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
So I had to create something special, and for that, I had to tap into a side of me that has been there since I was a kid. Art and storytelling. And it's not just any art book. This is an art book that is revolutionary. This is Typography, Lettering, and Therapy, an art and lettering book called Typography Therapy. Hear me out, this thing is going to be a movement. Just watch. Now the second book is a horror series.
How?
Yeah, I'm telling horror stories despite the fact that I am terrified of horror films.
I don't like where this is going.
For this, I tap into a part of myself that has been there since I was a kid. No, not a baby goat. Now this book is inspired by my love for storytelling and the Nigerian myths and urban legends that I've heard growing up. I'm talking Madam Koi Koi. Madam Koi Koi, anybody?
Hi.
Okay.
These projects are inspired by deep parts of my personality and history. So you can tell that these projects matter to me, and hopefully it matters to you or someone out there who is interested in art, therapy, and or horror stories. But now there's a problem. How do I go about making a horror story series and an art book in 6 weeks, practically at the same time? Where do I even start? Then I realized that the first thing I need is something to give a framework and a prompt to the chaotic process of creation. So I decided to do what any lazy and overachieving creative would do. I reached out to AI. In comes ChatGPT. Chato Baba, that's my nickname for ChatGPT. So I put in a prompt for ChatGPT to give me an outline for a book that is going to have lettering, samples, and instructions on how you can also do some lettering. And after a few tweaks, I got the kind of outline I actually liked, which is pretty good. And always, I actually remember to say thanks to ChatGPT. Yeah, always say thank you. Thank you, ChatGPT. If you don't think that you should be polite to ChatGPT, maybe you should go watch Terminator. Then go watch the news. With all these humanoid robots coming into the market, what if one day they take over the world and decide to teach rude human beings a lesson?
It's payback time.
They recognize you as that ungrateful taskmaster, then what will they do to you? I refuse to imagine. No. It's not gonna be sexy, I assure you. Point is, be polite to your local AI, just in case. You're welcome. Anyways, on to the second project, which is titled Grim Africana. No, let me say that again. Grim Africana. That's more like it. Which is a collection of horror stories based on the myths and urban legends that I heard when I was growing up in Nigeria. But then I personally felt it would be wrong for me to use ChatGPT for this. Besides, these stories are unique to me, my history, and to Nigeria, and I'm going to be putting my own personal spin on them. Why would I give an AI machine to do that for me? What kind of storyteller would I be? Well, I decided that ChatGPT is perfect for the chaotic process of creation instead of helping me to do the actual creative work. So I gave it a prompt to give me ideas on ways that I can promote the product and, market it as well, instead of letting it do the actual creative work for me. And the truth is, I was happy with the good ideas that I got. I think ChatGPT should act more as like a PA instead of actually doing the creative work for you as a person, as a creative. Okay. Come closer. Let's talk about the artificial elephant in the room. I too was a vehement AI hater, and I still am not a fan of AI doing some of the work that artists and creatives actually want to do, regardless of the industry, especially creative work that comes from and feeds your soul. There is something satisfying, gratifying, and truly purifying from artwork that has come out of hours of toil, mentally, physically, something that comes from the soul. It's like a soul speaking to a soul, and then when you put an AI or a machine in the mix, it's not the same thing. It's just my personal opinion. However, I realize that AI is not going anywhere. It has come to stay, and I think it has its place in the ideation and structuring phase of creative work, like in creating proof of concept or drawing up a schedule that is going to help your artistic workflow or creative process. I believe that AI should be built to do the things that we actually do not want to do, instead of competing with us on the things that we actually do want to do. I believe that AI should cook and clean so that we can paint and do art and enjoy the sunsets. AI should build the canvas, not do the painting. But that's just me. What do you think about the role of AI in creative work and in the world generally? Are we giving it too much power? No disrespect, ChatGPT or Gemini or Siri or whoever else is listening. Now that I know what the format and the structure of the content is going to be like, it's time to start creating the content. Now, I must confess, I have some artwork that I already have created in the past because I actually do typography therapy, and it's some of these artworks that are going to be featured in the book. However, I'm going to be making a lot more, and I promise you it takes time and effort. Then I would jump from doing some typography art into doing some horror story writing. And I also must confess, I have some stories that I've written before because I've actually done some of this work, done some of the voiceovers and put it out there. But I'm repackaging some of them and adding more stories. So I need to do more research so that I can add more stories to the collection. The writing process wasn't as easy as I'd hoped for because sometimes I couldn't do the work at certain times of the day. Yeah, you guessed it. I couldn't write at night, especially when it's dark and you hear some weird sound. I'm going to bed. After a couple of days, I wasn't done yet, but I've gotten to a point in the process that I felt like it was time for me to move on to something else, which is, according to Chatobaba, is the creating of a landing page. Okay, I was supposed to create the landing page after finishing the drafts and the artwork and all that, but no one tells me what to do, not even ChatGPT. I'm a rebel.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
So, I want to create a landing page, but then there's a problem. Where do I get a landing page from? Which web hosting service do I use? Which options are actually affordable, long-term, or more? There are too many variables. I was about to lose my mind. I could hire some people to actually build me a website or a landing page. But let me tell you something about myself. If there is something that I have ever done by myself or on my own just for the fun of it, if I do need to create it again, in this case if it's more difficult or it's to make money, you can bet I'm going to do it. So I decided I was going to build the friggin' page by myself.
Stop it. Get some help.
So since I don't have an assistant to help me with the research, Chatobaba, aka ChatGPT. And after a lengthy discussion with Chateau, we decided to go with Weebly. Now, this video is not sponsored by Weebly, at least not yet, but I just gotta give the platform some props. Now, Weebly is a free website builder that allows you to not just build a free website, but launch it for free. Of course, they will have their own domain name attached to it, like it's going to be samthecreator.weebly.com or something like that. Yeah, but it's free. The best part is you can actually start to make money and get paid without even using the paid subscriptions yet. But the amazing thing is you can actually start making money selling digital products even while you're using the free version of the website, which is great. And also, the web platform is simple. I like simple. However, there was a challenge. When I looked at the things I wanted to put on the website, I realized that I don't just want a landing page. I want a full website. What? Yes, a full website. Why? I wanted something for all the stuff I'm passionate about. About me. About Sam, the creator. The good news is you can actually do that on Weebly as well.
Nice.
So I just went onto YouTube, watched a few videos, and voila, I'm good to go. Those online tutorials really simplified my life, I tell you. So the website is coming together nicely. I will share more of that with you in the next episode, which is going to be next week. However, I had the chance to quickly whip up something for my company website, which is SAC Productions. I used Weebly and it came out fantastic. I totally love it. In this phase of the challenge of creating 2 digital products successfully in 6 weeks, I've learned that if you really want something, you gotta go for it. You must be prepared to jump some hurdles. And that persistence, which is being stubborn enough to not listen to the voice of weakness in yourself and in others, especially when pursuing a worthy goal, as well as resourcefulness, which is the ability to make use of whatever opportunities, resources, or things that you have around you, are 2 of the most important traits that you can actually develop as an individual when pursuing a worthy goal. And a worthy goal is simply something that matters deeply to you and will be of help to others. As for me, the next step is to finish designing Typography Therapy, to finish writing the collection of Grim Africana, and also finish designing my website. Oh dear God, this is hard. This is hard. I don't know if I can keep doing this.